Hello folks, this is Jim Kress with City on the Take. Hopefully the first of many videos for you guys, for you fans, and all others looking for some Chicago sports news. Now, on to the news. The Chicago Blackhawks released their season tickets and their regular season tickets for the season. It's kind of hard to find tickets now for them, seeing as they instantly were all swept up off the internet. The Chicago Blackhawks are the favorites to win the Stanley Cup again this year. Of course, the LA Kings beat them in the Western Conference Final last year in 7 games to go on and win the Stanley Cup. Nick Leddy, Michael Roosevelt, Kris Versteeg, Patrick Sharp, Johnny Oduya, among a couple other players, are all still on the trading block for the Chicago Blackhawks, who are still about $2 million plus over on their salary cap. Stan Bowman needs to find a way to trade off some of these players for either picks or prospects to make way for their upcoming prospects like Adam Clendening, Stephen Johns, David Rundblad on the defensive side, and on the offensive side, Jeremy Morin and Teuvo Teravainen. For the Bears, the Chicago Bears are set to leave Friday for their Sunday night game against San Francisco in the brand new stadium. It will be San Francisco and Chicago's first time in the new stadium. But as far as injury reports, Alshon Jeffrey, who missed most of the second half for the Bears against the Bills, is set to play for the Bears. However, veteran center Roberto Garza and Matt Slauson are both out with high ankle sprains. It's unclear how long they'll be out, but that's about 40% of your offensive line already missing, who didn't miss a single game last year. That's troubling news for both Jay Cutler and the offense that was supposed to have such a big year this year. Other news in Chicago, for the Chicago Bulls, ironically, Derrick Rose is the only active Bulls player playing right now. Derrick Rose is playing for the FIBA USA World Cup team, and he's playing in a backup role behind Kyrie Irving off the bench. Now, he's already received criticism for his play, only averaging about 4.5 points a game and shooting around 20% from the field. But of course, he's playing in a backup role, and Derrick Rose even said himself he's not going to change his game, and he's not going to become over-aggressive and start forcing things. Now, for the White Sox just had a pretty fascinating and remarkable game off the bat of Tyler Flowers. It'll be known forever as the Tyler Flowers game against the Oakland Athletics. They were down 4-3 in the bottom of the 9th, where Tyler Flowers hit a game-tying home run to left field, and then he came up again in extra innings and hit a walk-off home run to left field to win the game for the White Sox. For the Oakland Athletics, Adam Dunn and both Jeff Samardzija returned to Chicago for the first time since going to Oakland in their respective trades. Now, Jeff Samardzija did say that he would be so happy to return back to Chicago. He loves the city, he loves the skyline, who doesn't? But Jeff Samardzija did say that after his 2015 season and when he is a free agent, he isn't planning on giving anyone any hometown discounts. So whoever does want to pay up for Samardzija, they're going to have to put a pretty penny down. Of course, with the White Sox and their upcoming prospect Carlos Rodon and already solid Cy Young quality pitcher Chris Sale, adding Jeff Samardzija to a rotation like that would only benefit them for the future. Now, for the Cubs, they already have Jake Arrieta, and they've seen what Jeff Samardzija can do. The most important thing for the Cubs probably will be keeping Chris Bosio, who has turned in about 90% of the pitchers that have come through there into top quality respective pitchers. Now, for the Cubs, Chris Bryant was named the minor league player of the year with a slashed line of 325, 438, 661. That's a batting average of 325, on-base percentage of 438, and and slugging percentage of 661 between both AA and AAA respectively. Now, he also hit 43 home runs in both combined between AA and AAA, which led all of minor leagues. Now, the Cubs and fans are most likely expecting Chris Bryant to make his face in Chicago after the Super 2 deadline in April of next year. For the Cubs also, Anthony Rizzo is set to return to action this upcoming weekend. After being out for a couple weeks with lower back pain, Anthony Rizzo just took BP for the Cubs, and he is feeling rather well. Unfortunately, on the opposite end of the spectrum, Starlin Castro's return is still questionable. He also suffered that high ankle sprain about a week ago. For the Cubs, they still have a few more games left in the season, so it'll be nice to see both those two All-Stars make their way back and finish the season strong. Now, this being the first video, hopefully you enjoyed it. Make sure you follow @CityOnTheTake on Twitter. Also myself, @JimKress Jr. on Twitter for more updates and Chicago sports knowledge. Thank you. Goodbye.